All right, so we're back, and I'm just going to show you guys a few things that you can do that'll make your document even more well-rounded here. First thing I'm going to show you is how to insert an image. So we've got insert, and then you go to image, and then this screen will come up where it gives you a bunch of different options here. You can choose to upload an image from your computer, take a snapshot with your webcam. If you know the actual URL of the website, then you can choose that too. Or you can go from your albums, your Google Drive, or you can search Google for an image. I'm going to go for my drive, see if I've got a good picture in there. I'm going to choose my T-Rex. I'm going to add him to my document. Once your image is added to your document, you can do some editing here. You can change the size of your image. You can choose image options. You can make him more transparent. You can change the brightness. You can change the contrast. You can recolor the T-Rex if you wanted to, make him real crazy. And then if you're happy with that, you can click the X. And then you can change your text to either wrap around your T-Rex. So if you go and you want all of your text to go around your T-Rex, then it can do that. Or if you wanted your text to go only above or below, that's cool too. Or you could choose inline, which would just put him in line with the text. So I'm going to leave it at wrap text. Next thing I'm going to show you how to do, we're going to do below our T-Rex, is how to insert a chart. So there's a bunch of different options here. You go to insert and then chart, bar chart, column chart, very similar, just one goes to the side and one goes up and down. Then we've got a line graph and a pie chart as well, or a circle graph. So you would choose a different graph for different kinds of data. Remember, we learned that in science, that different graphs go for different types of data. So if you have all of your data like parts of a whole, you would choose pie chart. If you have changes over time, then you would probably use a line graph. If you have data that is grouped into categories, then you would do a column chart. So you can insert, I'm just going to choose column chart, and you see it's going to insert this totally random chart here. And this is not my data. This is not anything that I did. Just Google just inserted this random thing here. This is where it gets a little bit more complicated, but it's not as hard as it seems. So we're going to click on that chart, and it's going to ask us if we want to open it in Sheets. And Google Sheets is just Google's version of Microsoft Excel. So it's going to open up Google Sheets, which is where the data goes into. You can change any of your data this way. And you can go through and change the numbers, you can change the titles, you can change whatever you want. So let's say I wanted to change, it has to load first, but let's say I wanted to change my data instead of period 1 and period 2, I would want it to say teachers and students. And then instead of team 1, team 2, I could say maybe I was taking this data. Maybe I was taking, I don't know what this bar graph would be, but we could say 2014, 2015. And then I can change my numbers as I want as well. So I'll make this 12 to 100. So we just changed our information. You can see what that bar graph is going to look like after I've changed it. Once I'm cool with that, I go back to my document and I hit update, and it will update my chart to what I just changed it to. And if I wanted to change what the title is. I think I do that in the actual document. Nope, I do that in Google Sheets. So you change that in Google Sheets as well. So then I can go back, hit update again. It's going to change my title for me. And it's going to automatically set Google's going to automatically set your increments here on the left. That's fine. The one thing that it doesn't do without some more in-depth formatting is it doesn't label your X and Y axes, which isn't great. But we're just in quick edit mode. We can actually go in and do the advanced edit, and we can add all that stuff in if we wanted to. I'm not going to get too far into that because I feel like if you were making a chart, you'd probably be clicking around, figuring this out for yourself. And you can go in and make it as in-depth as you want. You can also change the colors too if you're super interested in that. I'm going to get out of this, go back to my document here. Last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about, actually, it's not the last, second to last thing I'm going to talk to you about is seeing your revision history. So you can do that by going to File, See Revision History, and you can see all of the revisions that have happened to your document in the time that your document has existed. So I've done this whole document in one day, so you're not going to see a lot. And also, I'm the only person on this document, so you're not going to see a lot of collaboration here. But you can see if you have a document where you and your group members are all working on it, you can see who edited what at what time and when. So this is not only helpful for you, but it's also helpful for your teacher to see who's actually participating and who's not, as far as who's adding to the document, taking stuff out, participating, doing what they need to do, doing their part, being an active group member. There's also an add-on I want to talk to you guys about, and you can get this by going to add-ons and then get add-ons. And I already have it, but it's called EasyBib. You guys might have used this in the past, but this is actually even easier if you use it from Google than it is if you go to their website. So you can actually add in EasyBib. If it doesn't show up on your first table, then you can just search add-ons, type in EasyBib, and this is going to be where you create bibliographies. So you add that in, and then you go to add-ons, and it should just pop up under your add-ons screen. I've got a couple other ones, which we won't talk about today, but you go to manage bibliography, and then you want to cite a source. You tell it if you're looking for a book, a journal article, or a website. And let's say I want to cite, let's say I use some quotes out of the Jungle Book for my paper. We'll see if it comes up. Yep, it's a book by Rudyard Kipling. I'm going to select this. It was the 1995 version. I'm definitely going to select that. Once I do that, that's going to put that in my bibliography. Let's say I also cited some stuff from the book Animal Farm by George Orwell. Not likely, you'd probably be using both of those in the same document, but after I get all of my sources set, then I'm going to click Add Bibliography to Doc. And this is the coolest part because this creates no work for you. It's just going to put your works cited in the format that it needs to go, and it's going to put it in alphabetical order, the exact way that it should look at the end of your document. So that saves you a ton of work. So that's pretty cool. So EasyBib is definitely an add-on that I recommend. That is, I think, all that I have that I'm needed to show you today. If you have any questions, Mr. Santangelo or I can help you with anything that you need. There's also this handy help option, which we definitely recommend you using as well. All right, thank you.